25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Mike's partner.
180!
Left to run. Check 43.
Hey, 133.
Check 50.
Real. Hey, team 6.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
180!
59.
Alert! Hurry!
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check 24.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hurry!
Under crunch. No. Off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Regular. Hey, exit. Let's go.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
He don't know.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hurry! Hey, 133. Hey, Delta. Run. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, the 40, 30, 10, 5, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6 How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Browns take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time. And
right away, he lost the football.
wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
You got tight right there. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". All right, T, let's all right, T. Check 59, Mike.
Hurry.
59, Mike to 59. Arnie.
Mike, run.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good job, D.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Wilson. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
These two teams all tied after one. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, a give to Penny. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 17. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Pass it.
Penny, the first down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side here with Penny.
You ain't doing nothing.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give, right side. Benjamin. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Take 3. 218, chop it. Safety 3. Point it right. Hurry! Pistol.
They'll try the left side. Morton. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Hey, alert 33.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morton.
Regular. Hey, Zoo. Hurry.
57 to Mike. 50.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
He's checking crack.
Point it right. Hurry.
Mike's 57.
5.
Mayfield on first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On second down, Mayfield again. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Jake Butt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Mike. 53. Mike. You guys, listen.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rashad Penny, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenge.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the late turnover, that turns into 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize and get the 3 that you just mentioned on the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, now he'll pull it down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Pick the edge. Go.
This is Penny. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. 19.
They go play action with Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
59. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield now. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Put that team on the puck. He's coming. Double up, double up.
King. Hurry. Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Come on, boy. King. Don't be scared of it.
Jump.
Go.
59's Mike. Check.
Hurry.
From the gun, Mayfield. Finding some room at midfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Morton. And finally brought down at the 43. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Pistol. Hey, wahoo!
4th down, Mayfield. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Benjamin. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Cut. Zebra.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 5-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hurry!
Now Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. And this is caught. It's a big play there for the Browns. 45 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll try to run this one in, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
General West.
Throwing, Mayfield. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. Wilson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On the run, it's Kenny. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And look at this.
this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Mike 5.
You draw perfect.
Twist. Showing it. Whip.
Hey, alert.
Shit.
I got you.
Following the interception, Mayfield to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Hey, high 7. Hurry!
Mike.
Back to throw.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Morton. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry!
Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On 2nd down now. It's Morton. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Point it right. Hey, Alpha! Hurry!
They'll keep it on the ground. Morton. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Undercrush. No. 6-6. Pull it high. Regular. Point it right. Bravo. Watch out. Hurry. Watch out.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And
so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. Past the 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where they